Got it.
Hey, we finally got it started. Okay, now if you guys could mute yourselves, that would be great. And then we won't have any interruption with this. But anyway, this is Sherry Denny coming to you. Oh my gosh, all the way from Alaska. And as you guys know already, I'm an independent rep with and corporate director with our company, APLGO. And I want to just do a really quick overview here. And I might be skipping through some of these slides because we're doing this on a special thing this morning. And it's just wonderful to be part of this APLGO family here. And what I want to do is to be able to get you introduced to the first anion, however you want to pronounce it, drop that's been introduced to the United States. You put this in your mouth and you could feel mood balancing. You may feel much higher alertness. It's definitely an anti-aging thing. And hold on just a second here. I have to go ahead and pin this as well. There we go. And I just want to be able to show you something that is absolutely incredibly unique. Now, you do realize when you go out into thunderstorms, did you know that the plants that are growing in the ground are supercharged by lightning strikes? Well, a lot of people don't know that. But the waves from the ocean, they also create anions. The waterfalls create anions. They create negative ions, even while hiking glaciers up here in Alaska. Everybody feels different when they are on vacation. You know, the water, the crashing of the waves creates negative ions. Every time you're around anything that makes you feel good, you wonder what that is. Well, it's actually been proven on many, there's so many hundreds of thousands of papers right now that show you the benefits of negative ions. You can find those in WebMD. And the only reason I send people to something like this is because WebMD has all sorts of peer-reviewed documents. And otherwise, I wouldn't send people there. You want to be sent someplace where you're going to know what you're looking at is scientifically backed up. So what are negative ions? Well, negative ions are essential for intracellular communication so that your body thrives. So when we're exposed to positive ions, they can saturate your body and damage your cells. Those are the positive ions. So you need to balance those with negative ions. And when you do that balancing, your body is more in tune. And the only way to combat that positive ions is to ingest or be around more negative ions and put them in your body. So over time, you know, we get used to our cell phones, the TVs, all these things that create in a great environment, but they cause these positive ions, and that could be causing depression, a lot of things that go wrong in your body. And we don't want those things to be happening, do we? So you guys are probably used to everything else that's out there that has, you know, you've been taking it in powder form or maybe liquids or pills, juices and gels. And I got to tell you, I'm not one that wants to choke down a bunch of vitamins that I have to chug down with water. And a lot of that is because, first of all, I'm older and I don't like chugging down 14, 15, 20 vitamins a day. And sometimes they get stuck in my throat. They're like horse pills. I don't like that. Powders, you have to dissolve them and hopefully you get them all dissolved. But with liquids and gels, that's another thing. You have to ingest them. And when you put them into your body, they have to go through a digestive process, which I'll show you here in a minute. So what this company has done is they have created botanical particles that are active and 100% absorbable. I want you to remember that part right there. They are 100% absorbable. That means they get into your bloodstream within 15 to 20 seconds just by you putting them on your tongue. They start working. So what can these create? Well, as we know, we have this high-tech health, And you know, what exactly is a DNA drop? Well, with all the science, you'd be amazed at how, you know, they take all the good stuff and put it into these little drops right here. They can be mood balancing, energy enhancers. You can just read down the list right there. And I never like to just read a list on a slide when somebody else can be reading it there as well. But the natural ingredients, they're packed with negative ion energy, over 80 superfoods, 1,000 different phytonutrients and bioflavonoids, and there's micronutrients and antioxidants. So let me ask you something. If you had the opportunity to take what's either in, what is it, the left hand over there or the right hand, the left hand having these awesome DNA candies in it, the right hand, and I hope that's the way that you're seeing this on the other side of this, has that handful of really large horse pills that are hard to take. Well, what if what you wanted was also what you needed? We call it instant gratification nutrition because it is mucosal delivery, which means you don't have to swallow something and let it go into your stomach, which, by the way, there is an entire plethora of people out there that cannot even digest anything, their vitamins, their liquids that they take. And if they do get these into their stomach through all the churning and the, you know, the acids that are there, they may get 10 to 20 at the highest. They're getting maybe 50% of the nutrients that are in their stomach. Whereas mucosal delivery over here, you're getting, I'd say 98.9999%, because some of it does wind up in your saliva, and yes, you do swallow it. But what I do with these is I put them in my cheek, or I'll put them under my tongue, and I'll just let them dissolve there, and they just taste wonderful. So without all this churning going on and losing some of that effectiveness, I'm going to go into the next slide here. We are introducing the very first anion drop in the world. By the way, we are the only company that has it. We have 15 different drops, each having their own experience for your body. Excuse me. So do you take all 15 drops? Well, I would like to, but there's one I know I never would take, and that's the Power for Men, lemon flavored. But I do take about, in fact, I've got a stack of them here. I take every single day. Here's my lineup. And I start with a couple of them in the morning, and I just go throughout the day. But those are the ones that I realize my body needs. Now, I soon realized some of these drops are not for me. So I did figure out which ones are my faves, which I just showed you there. So Power for Women, by the way, is absolutely fabulous. I mean, almost every day I have somebody calling me and saying, boy, that Power for Women, I really got to get more of that, because it helps with their night sweats. It helps with their hormone balancing. A gal called me the other day and said, I have to tell you this, and I didn't really notice it till this particular time, that time of the month. She says, it's been a long time since I've not had any feeling of pain. And I'm like, oh my gosh, in fact, I told a couple ladies this. I think I was even talking to Hannah about this yesterday. My daughters have the same issue, and it took them a couple months, and they realized, wait a minute, I'm not taking pain pills or even like STP that we have, but they're not taking any drugs to combat that pain that they're having during their cycle in the month. And I'm like, this is really amazing. Now, for some people like my age, it is all about later in life, and it helps balance those hormones and take care of a lot of things. So Power for Women, if you're a woman out there, this is one that you absolutely need to work with. And can you take too many? No. They are food, they're plant-based, they're even safe for kids. In fact, I know people that are giving them to their animals, like lightning strikes that, you know, their animals are all have anxiety. They're actually giving them RLX. They drop one in a little bit of water and let it dissolve, and the dog laps it up, and I mean, it's amazing what these powerful powerful products can do for you other than having pills. So we have 15 different kinds, and we have 3 collections. Here's the daily collection with the GRW. That's a #1 immunity. GTS is for getting strength, and boy, believe me, those things work. Yesterday, I kind of had one of those moments where I was like, man, I am just so tired. Remembered to take a GTS, and I was gonna sit down and just let my body relax for 10 minutes. It didn't happen. I was up and going again. NRM, I use this one to normalize my blood sugar levels when I've had, as we all have over the holiday season, chocolate. It helps normalize those that blood sugar raise. And Power for Lemon, this is the one for men, helps with testosterone and hormonal balances for men. Power for Women, that's the one I was talking about so much just a second ago. RLX is the one that helps your brain relax and help people concentrate a little bit more. And it also helps people fall asleep at night and stay asleep at night. SLD is for the movement of joints. Like if you have joint pain, this is absolutely incredible. So many testimonies on all of these products. STP is used to stop the pain, been known to even help with migraine headaches. So here's our Premier collection. These have a little bit more of the DNA from the plant, not the plant itself. It's the DNA scraped from the plant and put into these anion drops for you. ALT is used for, alternate is used for breathing. I have to tell you guys something. This is amazing. I got one of those snore apps because I figured, you know, I'm by myself. I don't know if I'm snoring or not, but my kids and grandkids have told me, Nana, you snore. So I got the app, and the first couple of days I was using Alt once a day, and then I started using it in the morning and at night before I went to bed. I used to snore because the app tells me an hour and a half throughout the night. Guess what? It's been 14 days now, and it barely catches me 1 or 2 times a night. And it's probably just doing a deep breath. So this stuff really works. HPR, and that was probably way too much information, but I was really happy about that. HPR is a mild liver detox. I invite anybody to use this that wants to do a mild detox. This isn't something you're going to have to be going to the bathroom right away. It's gentle, but it does help rejuvenate your liver. HRT is for heart, it's for cardiovascular, it's for your circulatory system. Absolutely amazing. I use that one every day too. ICE, this was my best friend in the beginning of this. When your pH isn't balanced and you have heartburn, acid reflux, indigestion, there's your #1 go-to right there, because it works in a matter of minutes. And then MLS, this is a multi-spectrum for gut health, for gut biome. And I love this product. I help work with the chiropractic office, and almost everybody that goes out the door goes out with MLS to help with their gut, because that's where most of these issues start with. Then we have our Premier collection, which is BTY. It's Beauty Inside and Out. It absolutely helps with your hair growth, your nails, and your skin. And Alt, by the way, helps with that as well. And BRN, Brainy. I have people that use this. I don't use this often, but when I really need to totally focus, I put this together for me, I put it together with RLX because it helps calm my brain down. As you also probably noticed, I speak really fast, so that calms me down. And I take with brain so that I can focus even better. And there's some times, like toward the end of the month right now, that I probably need to take both of those today. So that's our collection that we have. And then we also have a testimony page that you can go to, DNA Drops testimony group page. You can be invited by the person that brought you here to see this. And I've recently been asked to be admin on there so I can get you guys in a lot quicker. I don't normally like to do that because it spends too much of my time doing that. But, you know, we've got a large team here, and I want to be able to assist you guys as quickly as possible. So there is that group that you can go to, and they're in 15 different categories. Each product has its own post, and you'll be able to see several testimonies, personal testimonies. And it's a private page, so you do have to be invited. I want to get into this part of it. This is so important. The owner of this company is really young, and I'm going to get into him a little bit here in a minute. He's really young, which is really good for us because he will probably outlive all of us, but he is a self-made millionaire. He started in network marketing. He was raised in the industry, and at 17, he started, with a company. That company went under. Geez, who's that ever happened to? And he decided, okay, you know what, 17, I'm going to take what I have here and I'm going to go into real estate. And he made his first million at 21. 22 years old, he made a couple more, and he decided to start APLGO. So he is the only owner. There's one owner, and he owns the manufacturing facility. The lab and everything is all in one place in Eastern Europe, in Moldova. So be assured they can put out more product than we could ever consume here until we surprise them. And now they're on top, and they always will be, on top of how much product we should have here in the United States. I believe in Denmark, it is delivered to you from Germany. And in South Africa, they actually have their own warehouse there. So you're all taken care of. That's what I'm getting at. And they also have over 30 certifications on all of these products. These are certified registrations that you as a consumer need to be aware of. One of the hardest to get is the TUV, this one right here from Austria. Now, as we all know, in Eastern Europe, Europe altogether, they put out some of the most amazing products on earth. And that's why here in the United States, we like to get them from there. It's really difficult to get a lot of those certifications. However, Sergey Kolikov, the owner of this company, and his wife Olga have made sure that we have all of the certifications possible. And of course, the products are gluten-free, non-GMO, dairy-free, allergen-free. They are halal and kosher certified. And our products are 100% organic, and they're basically considered beyond organic because of some of these certifications. Even over here in the United States, they are FDA registered. That's the warehouse. We are we're licensed in over 30 countries. We are delivering and have customers in over 50. We have a list of that if you want to know more about that as well. We also have exciting travel trips. Right now, there's an incentive for anybody in the entire world to, and I was going to talk about this on training here in just a minute, in a little bit, but there's an incentive trip for an island getaway in the around the Bahamas, over here by the United States, south of Florida. And it is an incentive trip that is so easy to qualify for, but it's going to be the next coolest one for the whole company to join us. And that is November of 2022. We used to do cruises, but now the cruise lines are asking for everybody to be, vaccinated, all that. Sergey wants everybody possible to join in on all of these events. So he does amazing things. He also does themed events. Anybody on here like a party? There's your guy right there. He loves a party. And he even tells you about 3 or 4 days before you go to this event to go to a costume store and get your costume for that theme event for those next 3 or 4 days. It's entirely fun. I haven't been to one yet, but I am going to one at the end of February in Cancun with Sergey, and I can't wait. Excuse me. So here's his, the founders are Sergey Kolikov and his wife. They started this as, I actually mentioned all this before. And, he's been with the company for 10 years. He started the company 10 years ago. And they started out at around, this is important. They started out around at about making $50 million in sales 10 years ago. Then they went to 80 million, 90 million, 100 million, 125 million last year. In fact, there's been over $1 million in sales in the United States alone for the last 3 months. I can't wait to see the numbers for December. It's going to be crazy. But he's put together one of the most amazing companies I've ever seen. And I love the fact that he doesn't use not one penny of what is made through the distributors here and the customers to support his own lifestyle. He's an extravagant man, and he actually uses his own self-millionaire made money to run his own life. I love that. I'm always running into companies that they go into default because the owner doesn't know how to manage the money. You're not going to have that problem here. Excuse me. So with there's over about 300,000 worldwide people with the company right now. And he's had over 1,500 vacations that are done. We talked about the facility that he has. He's given out, right here it says over 4 million in jewelry and cars and gifts. That has now hit the 5 million mark. And a lot of that has to do with, he gives away product for you to get your business started, which, by the way, they have that special going in Denmark, as well as the United States, South Africa. Right now, I believe it's 100% extra free product in Denmark. So that is a huge incentive, so that you have extra product to be able to get out to people that you want to share this with. And this is the biggie, you guys. This is your leverage right here. We are the only wellness company in the top 5 in the entire world. Now, businessforhome.org is it's a third-party website that you want to go to see what people are doing in the networking industry. This is really important to me. As long as I've been doing this, it's been, well, 37 years. This is one of the main things that I like to go to check what other companies are doing. We wound up being voted #1 out of 675 other companies out of, I believe it was over 100,000 votes. To get #1, that's pretty cool. Last year, we were #5. So this company is going places. And not only that, when we started this in July in the United States, July of 2020, I believe we might have been 160 in momentum for businessforhome.org. And I saw it go to 121. I saw it go to 116. I saw it go to 82. We are number 13 in momentum right now. And I know those numbers are going to change and be hitting toward #1 here soon. So be watching that. So we also have, this is really important, we have a duplicatable system, because people ask me all the time, well, it's great, you know, and some people are going to treat it like it's another one of those things. This company is absolutely not another one of those things. We have a unique product. We have a unique owner. We have a unique compensation plan. And we also have a funnel system that's already set up for you to use. All the scripts, all the resources are already set and ready for you to go. I call it locked and loaded, ready for you to just send them out. So there's a couple ways, and you've probably already heard about this, Linda, a couple ways that you can get started with us is to become a customer. We are concentrating on finding people all over the world right now to actually spread the word about APLGO as a distributor, as an associate. And then we will definitely be working on the customer part of this. Although they do come along, you know, for some people, it's just not a fit for them, but the customers do come along because they love the product so much. I mean, isn't it awesome? You can put that, you've had it, you've put the lozenge in your mouth, it tastes great, it works, and to be able to share that throughout the world. So I'm going to go really quick into a compensation plan overview here. I'll do this really quick because already I've run like 20 minutes into this. But when you're looking for a company, there's quite a few things that you want to be looking for. there's several things that you want to make sure there's no red flags. So health is wealth. People are resilient. You can read this slide on your own. You can watch the replay of this, but I want to get to this one right here. People ask these questions. Is it unique? Absolutely. Am I the first to market in my area? Oh my gosh, if you only knew how small it is in Denmark right now, you'd have jumped on yesterday. So does it have the wow factor? Absolutely, it has the wow factor. Will people want to take it? They not only want to take it, they purchase more than once a month. Where in any program have you seen people purchase more than once a month, except at the grocery store? Is there enough variety? Absolutely. Is there something for everyone? Absolutely. How much competition does the product have? Zero. Nobody out there has what we have. Is there a global need for it? Well, absolutely. Will people want to reorder? I've talked about that before. They're ordering more than once or twice a month. Does it work? Yes. And it's proven. And is it working in the masses? Absolutely. And you don't have to take my word for it. You're going to see so many of these answers, these questions here answered in our DNA Drops testimony pages as well. So can I afford to start without going into debt? Oh my gosh, you can start for as little as the associate fee is $25 yearly. And if you place a $100 order, you're going to be put into the whole system. So that's doable. And how old is the company? I talked about that, 10 years old, but we're really only 15 months here in the United States, but in Denmark, you're like 3 months. So you guys are like the beginning of everything there. And who's running the company? I already talked about that, Sergey and his wife. And is there a proven system for success? Absolutely. We have rapid funnel. And the compensation plan, I'm going to get into that here in just a second. It pays out. Are you ready for this? Not 30, not 35, not 40, not 42% like most companies do. It pays out 63 cents on the dollar. And then how much income are the top leaders making? Well, we don't normally like to talk about that, especially if it is a video that's going to be put out on YouTube. But I will tell you this, there have been some that in just the last 15, 16 months have made over $1 million. So is there room for you at the top? There's always room for you at the top. And why is that? Because we have a ninery like this, and we also have a unilevel. So here's the front end of how you get paid. When people first come in, we have this ninery. It's a group bonus ninery. So you bring somebody in, and let's disregard these right here. They're there, but they're invisible to you until you decide you want to open them up. You start with 2, and it'll be your lesser leg that you get paid on. And if you decide to do what many of us have, and you're going to check it out, some people have come in at 100, 200, 400 liter pack, which is one of everything, and they upgrade or they come in at diamond at the 3,000 level. They're not only getting $3,000 in product, they're getting another $3,000 in product in Denmark. Over here in the United States, I believe it's 150%. So that's 4,500 extra in product. But when you come in at that level, you get paid the most from the first day. And that's 30%. That's what the highest in the company is getting paid. And you get to make that decision right away. So let's say you bring in your person over here and they come in with 1,200, a diamond pack, and it's given 1,200 in volume. Then you have somebody over here, let's make this, they've come in at a liter pack, okay? And that's 600 to come in, but a liter pack will give them 240 in volume. So you will get paid 30% of that lesser volume, 240, and it takes it away from this 1,200. This volume will keep gathering every single time somebody comes in, and you will get always paid from your lesser leg. That, I said it that way because it makes it a lot less confusing. And again, when you come in at diamond, you get paid the higher amounts. And I will talk more about this at a later time. In fact, I was going to do it on training today. We have matching bonuses as well. The managing director right here is the diamond level. Now, these are just, these are ranks. When you come in, these are what you get paid at. So when you come in, just get started, you know, you're an associate and nothing's opened yet, but you get qualified and have your one person on your left and your one on your right. You are now a qualified to get commissions, and it opens up that first level. And as you rank up through the ranks, it will open up more levels of you getting paid all the way to your 7th level. And I need to catch up with my notes here. I'm doing this right off the top of my head. So excuse me. And so here's a matching bonus continued. Everybody, now we have the ninery on one side. That's for everybody that comes in, first initially comes in and upgrades, okay? So they're getting a go pack or they're upgrading. That's for the ninery. This one is the unilevel on the back end. So this will be the following month. After 30 days, somebody's been in, they're placing another order. This will go here. This is you. Everybody you bring in is on your first level. And then those people that they sponsor on their second, all the way down to their 7th level. And here's how you get paid on this as well. Now, I want to remind people that when you're diamond, you're going to get 10% on each one of these levels. The matching bonus pays you these on each one of those levels. That is the person that you personally sponsored and the people that they have in their team. It's going to pay you those matching bonuses. That's what that means. And here it is again. This just explains it a little bit easier. When it's diamond, you're going to get paid 10% on every single one of those levels. They have other bonuses. Once you have been with the company for a year, and this is really cool. It's like a loyalty. They'll give you a bonus of, I believe it's about $10 a month, just to be $10 given towards your auto ship or whatever you want to use it for. But that starts adding up they give it to you every single month, and that can go as high as $1,000 to $3,000 per month. There is the level 7 infinity bonus as well. National directors get 1% all the way down to infinity. International directors, now this is a step above the premier directors, corporate director, national director, premier directors. And that when you get to premier director, it's 2.5%. There's a lot of bonuses here. You goes, here's the activity bonus I was telling you about. When you first come in and you get one person on your left, one person on your right. They also have one person on their left, one person on their right. It's a loyalty bonus, activity bonus, and that's when you're going to get those bonuses. Lifestyle bonus, entertainment bonuses. On retail, you have customers, they also pay 30% out on that, and then they take out the cost of the product, and this company actually gives the rest to you in PV. I mean, what company does that? I just love what's happening here. So here are the kits that are available. I believe they've taken out the 200 and 100 because so many people were making their own personal order. So you'll see in your back office a 400 and a 600 pack, this being the major one that for people that want to get started out and try to figure out what it's all about, because it has one of everything. But people that get it, they understand what networking is about. They understand getting paid the mostest is the bestest. Yeah, those are real words. They come in with the diamond pack. And that right now has the amazing special that comes with it. So the puzzle's been solved. You have everything here. We have all the products. The management is incredible. You guys, a new team management has come on, and I'm just blown away at how fast everything gets taken care of. The system is there. The opportunity is endless, and it has all the nice fun and travel that you can do. But don't forget, this is your leverage. And I'm using this with everybody that I talked to here recently, because this just happened December 1st. This company got voted #1 out of all those companies out there in the world that were connected with the #1 third-party website to be able to take down this information. And being voted #1 is a huge deal. And I just want to thank you for joining us here on this today. And I hope that that was enough information for you. And I'll go ahead and answer some questions right afterwards here. And let me stop the recording. Yeah, and I'll answer some questions. I hope that was good for you.